Okay then, like I did not expect Dororo to be this dark. I mean, it's understandable, it's ancient Japan and everything, but still, this was something that I did not expect, and it just came out of blue because I'm. I was expecting this to be some normal shit, like okay, we got something going on, we got our heroes, we got our shit going on, but boy, it took an 180 turn, and I'm like, oh, oh, okay, like it was dark. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, like the series is dark. It was dark since episode one, and I have spoke about it being dark. Okay, but I didn't actually think it'll go down this route such at such a point, because this is such an unexpected point for a series to go down that route of the molestation thing, because it does happen. It is a thing that happens in dark anime. A lot of dark anime tend to put the shock factor in for like this type of stuff. So it's normal for it to happen, but this is a section where I did not expect it to happen, because this was something that I thought it had some shit going on behind the scenes and everything, but whoa, this was a completely different level of thing, and it's just that it's not even like it has how it's just ancient Japan at that point, because at ancient Japan it's understandable about the thing about it's just to for money you just had to do anything and everything at that point, because it's wartime, and wartime means the war taxes would be on the point, and that's just too much of a thing. It's understandable why she would do it, but still, I not expected to go down this route at such an early point, because the moment I heard the word war, I wanted the war, like the whole setup for this. I was like, yep, some shit is gonna go down, and it was like 90% chance that it was about molestation, because that's the shock factor that could be used a lot. Like it's been used a lot in dark anime. We have good amount of anime for the examples, so it is quite common in anime when it comes to this shit. I mean, dark anime, not in anime, in dark animes. So yeah. But other than that, let's also talk about some of the other stuff that have been happening in this episode, because I don't want to waste time talking about only the shock factor stuff, but also let's talk about Yakimaru and how he's got his voice back, but he's lost his leg now. Okay then, like this man got his voice back, but he lost his leg. This man got his senses back, sense to hear back, but he has lost his leg, and he can't hear properly because it's a new sensation. Because imagine you are deaf for years and years to come, and all of a sudden you have this voice coming in your uh like in your ears, and you have good sense of soul seeking shit going on in yourself. Now that's something that you cannot handle at the same time, because it's so much for a single person who has grew up without any kind of senses, no pain, no ears, like nothing he could hear with, nothing he could do with. The only thing that was even functioning would be his brain, because that's the only way I could see him being alive, in his brain and his heart. That's the only thing I see functioning, because that's literally the only thing that would keep him alive. So it's like it has such a it has such a interesting concept of this man going and getting all his parts, but now all of a sudden he's lost one of his parts, and then I don't know how they'll progress with the story on that. Because again, I have said this once, and I'll say it again. I don't know who the main character is gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna be Dororo or Yakumaru. It could be any one of those. It could be either Dororo, it could be either Yakumaru. It could be anyone, because the series' name is Dororo. So considering its name, most of the series when it comes to the main character is named after main character. For example, we have good example here, Naruto. We have Naruto going on One Punch Man. We have Saitama, and who's literally called One Punch Man. So it's like they're like they've got so many names, first name in it. Like I just like so many main character names that to start off with, but throughout the series, Dororo hasn't been the main character. It's been Yakumaru for the most part. So I'm not sure if who's the main character yet. And I'm again, they could change the main character. It is a trope that has been used in the anime a lot of times, where they change the main character midway through. So it could be done again here, but changing the main character from Yakumaru to Dororo, which is obviously in the series' name, Dororo. So yeah, we're not sure yet who the main character is gonna be because it's just been Yakumaru for the most of the series. And by that, it's just let me know what you think about this episode because I personally thought it had a shock value. It definitely got caught me off guard with that shit going on back in the background of the war, because yeah, it is. I mean, it is true. It's ancient Japan again. Like, I'm not surprised that this shit would happen in ancient Japan. It's kind of common thing that used to happen in. Oh, it's not only about ancient Japan, but many of the ancient periods have this kind of shit happening to them. Many culture has this shit happening to them in ancient time. So it's quite a common thing to happen during ancient periods because obviously money was a very important thing during those times, and even now, money is important, but it's just that you have so many things to do now that you can easily be able to earn money by doing so many different things rather than going down the route that this chick had to go down. So, yeah, it's quite understandable where this all was happening. But, anyways, let me know what you think about this episode of Dororo, and I'll see you in the next video. As always, peace.